Good evening. Ugh. Ow. Shoulder. Shoulder still hurting. How's everybody doing tonight? Nice push up here, huh? What up, Sergio? What's good? Yes, tag that 6112 level. Let me take a look. Definitely bullish. Just looking for spots to long here, pretty much. We are very high up. 222. Can we hold that area? Yep. All right. Well, we'll just kind of see what happens here. I'm looking for a spot to get long. Could maybe take a long here off this previous day high 222 area. Oh, we're on the 5 minute here. I didn't even notice that. There we go. Let's get on the 1 minute here. Let's see here. Yeah, 222 area. Maybe we'll jump in here on a little long here. 222 down to what? 212. Stop have to be down to the 12. Maybe manipulating the high of the week. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to go to that 320. That 323 area, I think, is where we're headed to, but could be wrong. We may go for a, we have not had a 50 EMA bounce down at the 220 yet, 219, 220 area. So, might go for that. Just look for 5 points off that level, possibly. So like 220. I'm going to probably try to get 5 points off that level. I'm currently long from higher up. Doing all right, Lassifer. I just joined in. Yeah, Sergio, I'm looking for this 220, 222 area. Get a bounce. I would like to get tagged in at 219.50. That's where my order is. See if we can get that EMA bounce there. Come on. Don't go without me. Oh, you dirty dog. It's bouncing off the previous day high. I hate that it already bounced once off that level there. Oh, that's really annoying. You're long 22, 180, looking for 110 points. I'm at 323 marked out up there. I think that ultimately that's where we're headed. I'm so annoyed. I mean, I'm still in the trade. I'm long here. But I was looking to long off that 220 area. Just a little too aggressive with the entry. You just added one more. Nice job. I'm just annoyed there. That's so annoying. Literally, guys, this is what I'm in. Literally, I was trying to add 5 more minis right there on a pullback in this 150K account. And, yeah. So there you go. Let's get this on the Take Private Trader account so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Not trying to hide it, just didn't have it on there since I wasn't streaming. So that's kind of what I'm looking for there. 323 level up there. If you zoom out to the left, I think that could be where we're headed to. Yeah, it definitely looks like a rally, Dr. M. If we make a new high here, I may tuck my stop up underneath this wick. It'll be below the previous day low and at the 50 EMA there. So it's currently long 1 mini here. I am tempted to add another here. Problem is, if I add another, it's kind of puts me in a little bit of a spot if we pull back. Should have added at 237. Can't believe it missed me there by that much. Just missed me. So frustrating. All right, let me check the audio here. Okay, I get another little pullback here. Rejection there off the 50. Psych level. ES did not make a new high there. Really need to make a new high here. Usually just work at the open. What's the best time in later hours to trade? Evo, it depends, man. The open is really good. You know, sometimes if there's some sort of news or some sort of driver. But, you know, today we've already had a pretty big move. Upwards of what? Almost 200 points. 189 points already up. But there's not really been anything in here that shows so far that it shows it's going to go down. So I'm still leaning up. And I'm looking to size in to this pretty heavy. Off some certain, I'm looking for a spot to size in heavy for just like a 5-point take profit. Definitely a lot of squeeze. We had the previous day high sitting at 222. We pushed above it. We've accepted this level. So to me, that means we're still moving higher. What up, Dale? How's it going? I mean, we could pull back and go lower. I don't really know. We'll see what happens. I was looking for an EMA bounce off the previous day high. Like, it was a really good spot to get in there, add. You know, I was looking for that and just did not get it. You need 700? Let's go. Let's get it. I'm on 150K take profit trader eval here. We did make $2,000 on this eval today. And our other eval, we were up $2,800. So if you made $2,400 in my Funny Futures account and the max withdrawal is $1,200 per 5 days, how would the 45% consistency work? $2,400 in a single day, Sergio, or spread across? What was your largest winning day? That's the important number. Your largest winning day is the important number. So if you can tell me that, we can tell you the deal. If your largest winning day was not more than approximately $1,000, then you take out $1,200 and you still got $1,100 in drawdown left. So if your largest day was less than $1,000, you're good. I think that's about right. Let me get the old calculator out. The old calculator. So like if you made 1,000, yeah, 1,000 would be about where you're at. As long as you didn't make more than 1,000 in a day. Yeah, if you made 1,000, you would need to make 2,500 to take a payout. So I guess technically, if we want the exact number, it's probably going to be like 975. Yeah, so like 965 would probably. Something like that. You should be able to see it on the dashboard anyway. It tells you the exact 40% on the dashboard. So is this a spot where I can add? I mean, it kind of, no, not quite. Still look for a spot to get in bigger size here on this account. I don't like that we failed to make a new high here. That's not a good look. You have 350. He was 200 away from passing my Fender Futures. Now you have 350. Let's go. What's cheaper, Daniel? Well, it's going to be Bulenox. Always cheaper up front. However, easier to get to, well, easier to get to pay out in terms of monetary value with Apex because you don't have to leave as big a buffer in. But Apex does have a lot more rules than Bulenox does. So take that for what it's worth, right? So I would say I would probably go with Apex because of the number of counts. You can have 20. And with Bulenox, you can only have 11. So if I put them head to head, I probably give Apex the slight edge. But yeah, you can't go wrong either way. Take Profit Trader obviously is great. My Fender Futures, Tradeify, Bulenox and APEX, those are the 5 that I recommend. Trade Day also very good. I have a Trade Day. Also have a Trade Day code. It should be in the description of the video, I think. If it's not in the description, it'll be in the About section. I actually need to check that. Did I put that in the About section? I hope I did, because to try to find that link was kind of a pain in the arse. They don't make it that easy for you. Yeah, I use Tradeify, Sergio. I just suck at trading them, so I haven't, don't currently. So yeah, Trade Day is in the About section of my video. We'll just drop the link in the chat just for, you know, just for whatever reason. I guess we can't. It's too big. YouTube not opening my video. What do you mean, Cooper? I don't know. They're not pushing me out or something. What do you think is a better approach? Copy trade mini accounts or to cycle them? Personally, Daniel, it depends on what you're going for. Okay, I'm going to give you the kind of 2 ways that I look at it. So if you're a person who needs to see payouts and you are really just focusing on playing the prop firm game, then I think cycling the accounts is the way to go. You can get 1 payout for every 10 accounts and you're going to be profitable, right? You're going to make money. 1 payout per 10 accounts is going to make you money. However, if you're a person like me who wants larger payouts, then copy trading them is the way to go. It's completely up to you. I could cycle my accounts and just take individual payouts like a lot of YouTubers do. Like they'll say like made 10 grand this month and they probably spent 10 grand also, right? I don't want to do that. I want to take a large, cluster of accounts, 7, 10, 15, 20, and get all of those to pay out at one time. That's what I want to do. If I just wanted to show payouts and be profitable and just, move about my day, then I would just trade them one account at a time and get those to pay out. Get 1 to pay out in every 5 or 1 to pay out in every 10. I'm confident I could do 1 in every 5, and feel good about myself just because I'm getting payouts. But is that really the profitable way of doing it? Depends on what you're trying to do, right? You can make money both ways. Oh, you can hear me and see me now? All right, Cooper. Nice. My computer is being a little laggy today. I can tell my mouth is not really keeping up with my audio. Nice job, Cooper. $400 on the Pro account. I like it. I'm trying to get those Pro accounts, Cooper, right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I moved to the 150Ks because I want to do the opening range trade, and I was just going to stick to the opening range trade on those. But I don't really have anything to trade tonight if I don't trade the 150K. I got some Bulenox that are resetting overnight, so I don't want to add any. I do have some My Fender Futures codes. So, with the 25K, you got to make $1,500, Cooper, and then anything over that, you can take a daily payout on. And do remember that once you're funded, it is intraday trailing until you get over the buffer. So keep that in mind. I forgot that myself. So let me see. I got a 30% off coupon. Can I do a starter account with that? Let me try it. My Fun of Future sent me a code for 30% off. They actually sent me two. I'm going to try to use both. What do we want to trade that on? Do I want to trade that on Quantower? Yeah, I think so. So let me enter this 30% code here. Yeah, they sent me one yesterday and they sent me one today. It's a one-time use. So I don't know if I use one, does it cancel the other? I'm going to try them both. I'm going to try both. TV. Any of you guys get the 30% off code? QA. Apply. All right, it's a pretty good deal. Be able to use those codes? I don't think so. I don't think you guys can use. I mean, if you get one individually mailed or whatever sent to you, then yes. I don't know what it took to get this code. I have no idea. They just sent it to me, so I'm going to use it. Let me see if it goes through because, you know, I have all kinds of issues buying accounts with My Funded Futures. Come on, approve it. Woohoo! Went through on the first time. That's so funny that when I'm using their code, it goes through the first time. But when I use my code, it does not. Or not my code, the code that I normally use. You get what I'm saying? The person's code that I normally use. Now I'm going to try this again with the code that they sent me yesterday. I think that one might have expired yesterday. That might have been why they sent me a new one today. Well, let's try it anyway. I forgot to... Yeah, it is a different code, so let me see. I do feel like I missed some movement today. We missed some movement. Oh, it let me use both. Let's go. I'm going to do it too. Both codes are good. Now if only the card goes through. Oh, come on. Declined. I knew it couldn't be true where it would give me two of them would go through, you know, with no problems. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it was too good to be true. I gotta try it with a different card now. I don't even know which card to use. I have no idea. Oh, wait. Did I do it? Did I use the wrong card? I may have. Let me try it again. Market's definitely stalling. 10 minutes till 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock doesn't the... Hey, let's go! Both of them went through. I used the wrong card on the first one. Or the second one. So now we can get the My Funded Futures connection going. I don't know if it... Do I have to sign anything? I mean, I haven't been that long since I... Yeah, it looks like it's connecting. I'm going to wait to trade those tomorrow, though. So I only bought two. I bought one starter plus. And the starter plus, obviously, if we pass it, we can get a 30 eval for free. So My Funded Future still has that sale going on where they're giving buy one, get one free as soon as you passed. I wonder if I should activate some of those APEX accounts. I've got 4 APEX accounts. Let me see when those renew because I don't want them to renew. Today is June 20th, June 23rd. I think they renew like the 7th or 8th of July. Let me see. It says July 1st. So they rebill on July 1st. They do rebill at 90%, but how much is to activate the 25Ks right now anyway? Anybody know? How's everybody doing tonight? Making money? We green? Red? What we doing? Lifetime fee is $130 for the Trade of 8 connection. It's not bad. I like the $100 better. You're blue? I wasn't asking about your balls, just ain't right. Keep that stuff to yourself, brother. Oh. I'm looking for the 50 EMA touch, guys. That's what I'm looking for. You like the 85 lifetime? Yeah, me too. For sure. Holy cow, we lost 10 viewers when I made that joke. They were like, we're out of here. We're out of here. Oh. There we go. Get a little move now. They'll be back? Yeah, probably. Maybe. Maybe once Pine Tree gets off here. Goodness. Can this thing go? Keeps flagging here. Keeps flagging. Strategy, Sergio. Well, typically I'm taking like inversions. Like this 1 minute little inverse. You know, bearish gap gets pushed back through with momentum. So typically I'm taking that, but on when you're in the Asia session, you're just kind of looking for spots to follow the trend, right? So right now the trend is up. And I think the drawn liquidity is 323.50, and I'm getting that level from this wick here. So that's why I'm getting that level from. I'm definitely in high here. Definitely late to the party. But I think we're going to 323. You know, we'll just hold it. So this time of day, I just try to get with the trend, find a spot to get in. And I was looking to get in down here, add 5 minis, and it missed me. It missed me. How did I learn to trade? Just watching YouTubers, studying YouTube, everything I've seen on YouTube, trying things out, determining what works for me, and here we are. Just lost 600 on ES, done for the night, but just found you. I can't trade anymore, but I can watch you. All right, Steven. That sucks you lost 600. What did you do? Did you short ES? I'm assuming you must have shorted. Either that or you must have been in heavy, I guess, on a pullback or something. ICT, yeah, Sergio, I mean, I'm trading inversions, which is a form of ICT. But I also trade other things. I like initial balance. I like the opening range break. I like the EMA touch. You're not always going to have an entry when you're trading. Like, for example, when you're having inversions, right? When you're trading inversions, not always going to be an entry. But yeah, so sometimes you got to have other ways of getting in, right? But yeah, I do. I'm familiar with ICT's concepts, and I do use some of those to a degree. but we don't go overboard with it. I'm a firm believer in any strategy can work. It's about the trader. Once you pass what's the buffer, Evo, the buffer is on a 50K account, $2,600. Then in order to get to payout, you got to make $3,600. So if you get to 36, you can take out $1,000, leaving yourself $2,500 in drawdown. So while it is a larger buffer, it does give you a higher opportunity to keep the account longer, right? Make sense? Because you're going to leave yourself with $2,500 in buffer after the payout. I did something completely boneheaded today. I was up $1,000 on my Bulenox account. First day in the funded. And I thought I was on the 150K Take Profit Trader account, and I entered a trade full port. And it pulled back, stopped me out to the tick, and then went my direction and blew the account. So I realized pretty quickly after I entered the trade that I was in the wrong account. But at that point, it was just kind of a whatever, right? I just left it. Just kind of a whatever. So tough one there, but was up on my funded accounts and stuff, so it wasn't too bad of a day. I'm going to place a limit order right there at 232. 5 minis. Could be wreckage here. Could be wreckage. We'll see here. Just looking for 5 points. I normally look for 10 off of the oh, is this okay? I didn't even notice the top of the hour here. Jumped in on momentum after losing a short and immediately received a pullback. Oh, that sucks, Steven. But you're pretty much even, though, right? Even, Steven? I might get wrecked here, guys. So we got the open here in 30 seconds. I didn't realize the time, but I want to get out of these 5 before it opens up here. Sure would be nice. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Give it to me. Give it to me. That's odd. It's only giving me a 3-point target. Why is it doing that? It slipped me that far up. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why it did that. All right, we're in 1 still. And here's the open. Very weird. Slipped me there. A little bit of slippage. You would think that if it would have slipped me, it still would have gave me a 5-point target. Which, you know, it is weird that it did that way. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to move my stop up here. We'll risk, I may go into break even too if we get back above 40 here. Might just put it to break even. Yeah. I'm going to go break even there. Because I think if it comes back now and it stops me, I'll look for another spot to get in long at. We'll still be looking for a long trade, but... Alright, only up 255. That's kind of annoying. I took 5 minis there for 5 points. 5 minis for 5 points and got $255. Damn you, slippage. Because you know it wouldn't be the other way around, right? Like if you went 5 minis and it stopped you out for 5 points, it wouldn't be $255 loss. It would be a $525 loss. So, it did, Steven. Again, I was just kind of looking for a spot to get in. The 50 EMA is a nice spot to get in, but I might be mad at myself later if this just goes up. There we go. There's the pump. I only trade Nasdaq, Steven. Occasionally I will trade ES. I might very, very rarely take a gold trade. Very, very rarely. I like the 5-minute chart on gold. So for example, like this setup here was pretty clean, huh? Oops. So like that. Little 5-minute break of structure. Boom. But yeah, I pretty much just stick to the Nasdaq for the most part. You'll occasionally see me take an ES trade, but not that often. But yeah, occasionally. Gold is definitely going down hard. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I was like, man, selling off here. Maybe look at like a higher time frame chart. If we could find some liquidity down lower. So it did just... I mean, this is kind of low resistance liquidity here. So I probably would wait for like this area to maybe be swept on gold and see how it reacts. There's a gap down there too. Steven, I use 5 prop firms currently that I currently trade. APEX, Bulenox, Take Profit Trader, MyFunded Futures, and Tradeify. I do have codes with several others, but I'm not currently trading those. I think Trade Day is a good one. Why is gold going down? I have no idea, Steven. I don't really pay attention to why an indice does something. I just trade the price action. So I don't really care why it's doing something. I just trade it. In general. It's pretty much what I do. You're long gold? Ooh, Cooper. I mean, I don't know. We did sweep some of this stuff, but it doesn't really seem like a soup. Like, it doesn't seem like it's pushing up out of there. Now, I will say this about gold. I mean, like, it can rip up, like, in a heartbeat. It definitely can. Use Topstep. Yeah, I like Topstep. I just don't use them because of the way they did the affiliates. But yeah, I don't mind Topstep. What up, Sherry? No, I didn't say that I trade Topstep. They're all right. I don't hate them. Huh. Yeah, Max is barking. Woo! Look at it go. I was tempted to take a little long here. What up, Timbo? Tempted to take a long. We'll see here if we decide to join the party. 50 EMA held up there. I don't know. We could try it, I guess. It's about 10 points of risk. It's hard for me not to trade news because I'm a macro investor who's getting used to price action. Nice. I tried to get in there, guys. I didn't want to just mark it in. So I tried to hit the bid. No, it's not that they didn't pay, Steven. They just did away with the affiliate program altogether. So realistically, I mean, it's not... They just did away with it. That's all. Unfortunately, could not get in there. Maxie, what are we barking at, guy? Come on. All right, let's see if we get tagged in here. Really? It said, no thank you, not today, methodical. I'm just looking for a little scalp. I want to actually go bigger here, but would lose $1,200. So, yeah, Steven, I do this during the New York as well. And that kind of ruins my long there. Just did not get, it didn't come back and get me. Come on. Still rejecting that 50 there, not quite getting to it. Guys, where's the VWAP at? This thing just started printing a wild VWAP up here at 238. There's no way that's the V. Is that the VWAP? Why did it not have it on here before? So strange they just decided to start printing a VWAP. Sometimes this thing is goofy. Sometimes it's goofy. Let's try to get one more trap lower, and let's see if we can't find a spot to get low. Quantower does weird shit like that. Yeah, it does. All right, let's see if we get a little sweep lower here. Look for a spot to jump in here. All right, all right. Looking for a spot. Got a little 1 minute trend line here. Do I take it? 3K down on gold and now green by 100. Woof. Woof. Do we break this trend line? Gold's pushing now. Indeed. Yes, back to retest maybe that 104 area. For someone that's been trading Bitcoin the last 4 years and wants to transfer to futures. For a beginner, Tyson, I probably would go with Bulenox because they're the cheapest upfront cost, right? And you can take whatever strategy you were using on Bitcoin, and it should pretty well transfer over to futures kind of seamlessly, I believe. But yeah, I would go with Bulenox because they're the cheapest upfront cost. If you're not worried about upfront costs, then I would go with My Funded Futures or Take Private Trader because they're end-of-day drawdown. So, trying a 32 short. Good luck, sir. I'm going to long. Doesn't mean I'm right. You know what, actually, I don't even know if I don't know. I'm still bullish here. You don't nothing about ticks and points. Minis and micros. So, well, the difference is pretty simple. If you're trading Nasdaq and you're on a mini, it's $20 per point, $5 per tick. If you're on a micro, it's 10% of that. So it's $2 per point, 50 cents per tick. Pretty simple. Four ticks makes a point, right? Is it 4 ticks? Yeah. 4 ticks makes a point there. All right, I'm going to take a little cheap long here. $235. I guess we're risking 8 points. Not that cheap anymore. Must be a decent spread tonight. I kind of want to move the stop. Max said, rip it! Up, not down. Did we leave equal lows there and I missed that? I think we did. Ah, well. Wow. I mean, I guess it is what it is. Slippage pretty bad tonight. The spread must be pretty bad. You'll see the difference real fast. Yeah. There is a difference for sure. All right, I'm going to try another long here. Tagged in there on all of them. Looking for just a few points. I'll move one up. I want to have a fast reaction here. That's a little frustrating. Came one tick from my take profit there. Come on. Market. Let's do it. Sherry short. Good luck, Sherry. Just looking for a bounce here. We can both win, Sherry. We can both win or we can both lose. I don't know. I prefer us both win. Let go, let go, let go. Still holding one here. Getting a little slippage tonight, so I'm going to move the stop up to kind of try to combat that. 2 points in profit. Yeah, that was 5 minis you see there, Timbo. Take those blue balls and put them right on the table. What I would do, Tyson, if I were you, I would buy an account, use it on Ninja. Use it on Ninja Trader. So get a Rhythmic account, use a Ninja Trader. With Ninja Trader is going to come a sim account. Trade that sim account for the first couple of weeks. Get comfortable with your exits, your entries, how much the points are, how many points your stop should be. Test your strategy on the sim account first while having the prop trader account, prop firm account. And then from there, once you're comfortable, then move over to the prop account. That's what I would do. And of course, use the code MM for the best price. All right, getting a pump here. I'm going to go ahead and lock some in. Trailing hard here. So locking in 10 points there, $200 on this runner. Now Sherry's long. Now Sherry wants to join the party. Now she wants to join the party. I'm assuming it's a woman. I don't know. Maybe not. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, you could use, yeah, exactly. Paper trading for sure. TradingView could do that too. I just would not jump right into it. A lot of people think, you know, they have the need to make the money right away. There's no need for that. If you're familiar with how trading works, which you obviously are if you're trading Bitcoin, but you just want to learn the ins and outs, make sure your strategy actually works, then for that reason, I would for sure start out on a sim account. Listen, guys, I went 35K deep before I started making money on prop firms. You don't have to do that. There's no reason to do that. You can go 500 deep, 1,000 deep. Exactly, Lava. You will lose the money, 100%. Well, lucky for me, you know, I was able to get the money back within the first, you know, year and a half or so. But you don't need to do that. You can spend very little money and have the same results. So just call us all days. You're never going to receive nudie pics. That's true, too. What up, Andy? Gold pushing up. I'm trying to hit the exclamation point cash. Not tonight, Andy. We got to have our code used more. Now you can see this is exactly what I look for typically when I'm trading. Like, you got a nice 1 minute inverse here on gold. So your entry would have been 33.59.1. Your stop to break even and your scale are going to be up there. It's 365. Or actually here, since that swing is created now, that would be your scale and your stop to break even. Obviously, in hindsight, 3 points, not bad. There are no millionaires tomorrow. Starting trading today. Yeah, exactly. You might send nudies for free accounts. Got to be better than a Bewley. It's got to be a take profit trader. He needs a TPT account. A My Funded Futures. Something. A straight to funded. Guys, I did get an email today. I don't trade day traders. I think they're okay. Obviously, you know, they're in that sort of battle with APEX. But they are 90% off right now, and they are launching straight to funded accounts. Where did I see that at? I think in the next 2 days they're going to launch straight to funded. Ugh. I'm not feeling well today, guys. I got a massive headache. I guess blaring music in my ears probably not the way to go to help a headache, huh? Trade day, you can use... I think you can use Quantower. I think it's rhythmic, right? Trade day. Let me look. They use... I think it might be Tradeovate. Let me see, though. Daytraders.com is going to have straight to funded soon. In like 2 days. They use Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, TradeView, Quantower, Jigsaw, and Trade Day X. So I guess so they have Project X as well. I didn't know that. You're going to have a headache later tonight due to this damn tequila. Yeah, Trade Day does have most everything, looks like. I've never really used Trade Day. I do want to sign up for them, though. They're 40% off. How much does it cost with the 40% off? I don't know how much it is with the 40% off pricing. There we go. Day one payouts, keep 95%. We just need 50K accounts. Oh, they have static accounts too, huh? I did not know that. They have intraday, end of day, and static accounts. $99, I'm assuming. Is there an activation fee? Let me see. Is there an activation fee? Must be. $75 on Quantower. Anybody know if they have an activation fee? I don't know. I'm going to go to the FAQs and see. I know they now have 3. You can get up to 3 accounts. Still just kind of trading in this range here. Once you pass, we cease all monthly billing. You are welcome to continue to use the site. It doesn't really say. You might know if Trade Day has an activation fee. I'm trying to read. To successfully set up the funded account, you will need to complete all 4 steps. Oh, there is an activation fee. $139. All right. Found it. Found it. Let me pull up Stock Tiger. Is he short? Let's see how El Stocko Tiger is doing today. We're up $665 after being late to the party. We're late to the party, guys. Oh yeah, I forgot stock's not showing his P&L anymore, huh? This is not financial advice. I am not an advisor. Do I need to put that on mine for you guys? I am not a financial advisor. Now, guys, I haven't really said what I think is going to happen, but I think this is the draw on liquidity here. Right here. That nice wick right there. Doesn't make any sense to me for us to have this much of a push-up. We've inversed everything, right? We've inversed everything. We've ran everything. So I would imagine these are your next two levels up. And, yeah, that's where I would expect us to be by open tomorrow. Now, a lot of times the market likes to kind of, you know, maybe during London, you know, maybe we just kind of, and then during London we sweep back down, and then by the time we open tomorrow, we're back in this direction. Really hard to know, but that's what I think is the draw on liquidity there. So, yeah, I don't think she's done either. Another 100 points, I mean, like, that's doable. Now, does it have to pull back to do that? No, it doesn't have to. So... definitely sideways here on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Timbo. I think so too. Maybe not right away. Maybe not now, but maybe later. I don't know. Maybe by midnight. Maybe about 1 o'clock. She's there. We mentioned last night that you could have just got long. I mean, let's look at yesterday's session when we were live. I mean, we can't see it. Yeah, like yesterday's session at open. I mean, we literally said... That's not it. Where's it at? Right here. Yeah, we were talking about this last night where I got long like somewhere in here, and I was like, you know, you probably could just hold that through the end of the night for the gap fill. You can see what she did. She just continued up for the complete gap fill. It's 174 points. So you probably could get something very similar to that tonight. Look what we did in New York here, guys. Couple of nice longs, and then a full port, one full port here, 10 minis, 5 points. That's how you do it sometimes. But as long as this previous day high, 222, kind of holds, you know, I think we just continue higher. We got to kind of break this zone if we're going to go lower. So as long as this kind of holds, I think we go up. You just need gold to keep pushing. Let's see, Lewis. What's it doing? Oh. So there's your stop to break even. So there would be your stop to break even. I would scale. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart so we can see our scale spot. Might actually be at the scale spot. No, we're not quite there yet. So your scale spot would be here. This looks interesting way up here too. Maybe want to rebalance that. I know that's a ways away, but this is V-shape, right? I mean, this is what we look for, right? A little V-shape reaction. You dirty-minded guys, it's a V-shape. But as long as we kind of hold this zone here, then I think we just continue up. Yes, just had a little failed breakdown of that 104 area. You can't make predictions on me. Yeah, no, I never do that, Timbo. Never. I literally care 2 squirts of piss about a news event. I don't care. I don't care what the news event is, what it does. I never try to predict it because I can't. You can't. You just can't. It's not possible. So I don't worry about the news at all. Account saved, says Coper. Uh-oh. Let's go. Coper, don't be putting the account at risk. Only Methodical is allowed to do that. I saw something on Twitter earlier. What was that what's his name posted? Let me look and see. He said something. I didn't read it. I missed it. I don't know. I thought I saw something, but I guess not. Okay. That's funny. Gold is going up so nice and Q needs to dump. You're switching to gold for now. Problem with gold is it can rip your heart out. It can take your monies away quickly. I mean, really late to the move. 6 points late. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, unless it leaves this level and kind of gives one more retest, I'd stay out of it. Boom, 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 boom. Can't trade right now. Apex Wealth Charts is down. I saw that, Jeff. I did see that. Posted by Apex. How do you like the wealth charts, though, Jeff? I've never used them. I've heard Zero Day J kind of complain about them a little bit, but he still uses them, I think. You love it? Nice. Andy likes it. You prefer Ninja Trader? Yeah, I like Ninja Trader too. I like Quantire and Ninja Trader both pretty well equally. Ninja Trader, you definitely got that customization kind of stuff going on with Ninja Trader. So, Tradeovate to me is just meh. I don't like Tradeovate that much because of the lack of the ability to have bracket orders while copy trading. So, that's annoying as hell. So if I'm trading 10 accounts, I can't bracket order. So use your strategy on Ninja Trader 8. Nice. Copy Trader on Wealth Charts is good. That's good. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about Tradeovate. Kind of building just a big bull flag here, guys. This thing to me is just going to take off here. I mean, definitely on the 15-minute chart, I mean, looking like a pretty big bull flag. It's just where do you get in? How do you get in? Where do you fit in, right? Get in where you fit in. Where's that? I don't know. You could wait for the 15-minute candle to close green here and then jump in, stop at the low. That's a thing. You can wait for maybe one more trap lower, maybe one more little sweep of poo right here, and then go. You may not get that. We'll see. You got funded to know you can't trade? Yeah, me too. That's Jeff. Hey, that happens to all of us, right? You fight to get funded, and then you know, then you blow it. You blow them, you know, then you work your way to get back funded. You struggle to get funded, you blow it. It's just a process, right? And then you finally start taking payouts. And then eventually you gain consistency. I kind of went away from my core strategy that made me successful last year. Now I'm trying to go back to it. This is what I'm looking for, guys. Trap, question mark. So I want to see a sweep of this wick. Got the whole number here. I think this is a good spot. You could place a limit order here with a 10 or 15 point stop, and you could feel relatively comfortable that we should bounce here. So, yeah, I went away from what I was making me successful last year. You're like, well, methodical. If you know that, why don't you just go back to it? Well, that's what I've done in the last week. One trade per day. That's it on the funded accounts, and just one trade per day. Jeremiah, I'm not going to trade until, I won't take a trade until we sweep the 202, I'm thinking. We hit this whole number. That's what I'm looking for right now. I mean, you could buy here. You could buy here. But here's the problem, right? I mean, why would I not be comfortable buying here right now? Well, here's the reason. I mean, this area has been tested 3 times. So do we think that it's going to bounce a fourth? We don't know, but chances are probably not. Probably going to go one more level for liquidity. That's down here at the 200. And, yeah, just kind of see if we can get a trap. A little trap below here. A little liquidity sweep. You could try long off 220s, but realistically, your stop's got to be 190, so a 30-point stop. And it could just go without us. It really could. It could just go without us. You could also look at it like this, right? I mean, it's subjective. So, I mean, you can look at it several different ways, right? I could draw this trend line right here. And I can make a case for this trend line being broken, retested, a failed pivot here. I can make a case that we're just going down, right? You can certainly make that case here. Not to mention, we actually have an SMT as well with ES. It's not at the highs, which I don't love. You know, if I'm looking for an SMT, usually I'm looking for the SMT at the high. So it's not at the high. You can see ES ran that wick there. Made a new high. Same wick. Nasdaq didn't run. So, you know, just trying to eyeball it. Seeing what we got there. You can make an argument for kind of both ways. I still think we're bullish. But that being said, you know, a lot of times you need a pullback to kind of get in that. So if we look at this from a fib perspective too, oof, look at this, guys. Look at that breakthrough there. That happened quickly there. And I'm willing to risk all my profits on this. I really am. I'm willing to go in the red. So I'm gonna long off this 200 level. And I'm willing to risk 10 points and be in the red for the night. Attempted the front run the short break. It would have been good, Yoji. Now, technically, this is a sweep of liquidity, too. And if we reclaim the 22, I mean, realistically, you could expect us maybe to push up from there. And that might be all we get. We may not get this. This was like, you know, perfect world scenario, right? We don't always get that. So we'll kind of see what happens. Oh, I got to go in here for 1 second, guys. I don't want to miss this, but I do have to run in here for 1 minute. I had to go do something. Do I just park in? I can't park an order down there, so if I miss it, I miss it. But you guys take the trade for me if I'm not back in time. All right, we're back. We're back. Whew. All right. Kind of grinding back towards this direction here. There is also a 5-minute bullish gap down here as well at the 200 level that needs to be rebalanced, repriced. So we can kind of see that right there. Just like that right there. I do have all the time frames open, guys. I'm not just watching the 1 minute chart here. You got filled a little early on your second entry long on gold. Let's check it. Yeah, you hit the scale spot. You know, it's kind of your next level. So nice 1 minute inverse on gold there. 7.5 points so far. Yep, just going without us here. And we know that could happen, right? That could happen. This is just like best case scenario down here. Little trap lower. Trap in the shorts here. Squeeze them off that 200 level. So I'm not going to like FOMO in or anything. We're going to wait. And if we get it, we get it. And if we don't, we don't. If you guys haven't already hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. Just going to wait and see what happens. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to do anything crazy here. I am tempted to try this prop shop. Is anybody using prop shop? How much are their accounts? I got a code with them, but I haven't used them. I am tempted to use them. I am kind of tempted. A little bit tempted anyway. At least a little. Yep, still pushing here. Just did not give me the entry there that I wanted. Did not give me the entry. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Man, are these equal? Can't tell. 239. 239. Oof. What is this? Some news? Is this news? What is this? Some people in 0 day J's use them, but they started advertising indicators, which is weird. Yeah, I guess that is a little strange. So I don't normally watch equal highs during the Asia session, but we did leave triple equal highs there. All right, let's see how we do here. Do we get wrecked or not? I'm long. I'm long. Oh, damn it. I couldn't even move my stop. I wanted to move one up to the 39 level, guys, and I was not able to. Goodness. Let's go, Coper. Nice job. This is 100% going to get ran, in my opinion, probably. at some point. But yeah, so Methodical knows what he's talking about sometimes, guys. Sometimes Methodical knows what he's talking about. If you didn't take that, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you. NLT, it depends. If it's an intraday trailing account, you should be trailing it probably every 20 points, locking in 5 or 10. Don't let it go red on you after 20. So 20 points, I'd lock in 5 or 10. And then 30 points, lock in 10 or 20. So on and so forth. Trail it 10 to 15 points behind. But something like that. If it's end of day, then trail it however you want. It's not all that important. Who's giving it to you like Methodical right there? Come on, guys. Look at there. 5 minis again. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you. And I mean, a high probability this runs through these triple equal highs. I was 100% going to try to move one of these to the equal highs and move the stop to break even. I'm not upset that I didn't get to, you know, but it's fine. Would have been 30 points if it went all the way up there without coming back to my break even. Thanks, Hardy. We appreciate you. All right, Ethereal. Good night. Good night. This triple equal high is going to really be a really good draw on liquidity, especially overall when we think we're bullish. A really good draw there. Can't be upset. We're up $1,140 on this 150K. Almost a third of the way past. The NQ just lightning striked to that 200 level. And wait for it. I actually think you're going to get a decent sized candle above 239 too. Probably right into the high. I'd scale one here and then maybe take it off, take another one off of the high. Try to hold for 323. 295, 323 up there. She's getting teasy here. Getting teasy. Yeah, I noticed that Stock Tiger was long off like 235. That was like, that's the reason why I didn't take the long up there, is because like I'm expecting a trap first, right? All right, now let's see if we get a big candle through here. Like these trap longs, especially like in Asia and your slower sessions, these are always the best trades, right? The trap, sweep of liquidity, outline it, boom, take it. Popping in and say good night. 2 a.m. in London. Get to sleep, Mo. That's too late. News was Iran threatens void ceasefire. Really, Keegan? Interesting. I wonder why. I wonder why. I want to see a nice push here right through the 50. That's so weird. Look at this 5-minute candle, guys. Look at that 5-minute candle. Insanity. Nobody at all. We won't attack Israel if they don't attack us. I mean, I won't punch you if you don't punch me. Seems reasonable. If you punch me, though, I'm going to punch back. All right. Okay. You can't sleep, so here I am watching and learning. Goodness, Hardy. I'm telling you, man, like, that's 2 a.m. I'm a kind of a night person, unfortunately, sometimes too, where I wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. Usually it's like 3 a.m. and I'm wide awake and can't go back to sleep. And then the next day I feel awful. But I'm kind of one of those people too. So when I wake up in the morning and it's like 8 a.m. and I'm like, feels so good. Dell won't kiss you if you don't kiss him. I don't know if I believe that, Dell. I actually don't believe that at all. I think Dale would 100% kiss you, even if you didn't kiss him. With tongue. Isn't that right, Dale? Oh. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Dale, how awkward is it going to be when we meet in Vegas? How awkward will that be? You're coming to Vegas, right, Dale, in January? If it happens in January? Hope you're coming to Vegas. Gotta have somebody there to have some fun with, you know? You won't make you guys uncomfortable? Nah, Dale, we won't be uncomfortable. No big deal. I'm the same in person as I am on the stream. I promise. 100% the same. R. Crawford, no funded accounts for us during Asia because we are not that crazy. But we're up $1,140 on a 150K take private trader account. I mean, we've been killing Asia recently, to be honest with you. We've been trading very well in it. I did trade a funded account last night, but not tonight. But yeah, we're doing good. You can see the P&L down here in the bottom right corner of the screen. It's a little bit small, but you can see it. You're a lot more touchy-feely when I get a cookie, though. No food for you. Dope. We're going to tentatively, there's going to be a meetup in Vegas when 0 Day J hits 10K subscribers. He's shooting for like January. I think Cove is going to go. Pine Tree probably goes. And then me. I don't really know who else. Dale will be there probably. CT. A few other people that we know of. But tentatively, it's going to be in January. We'll see. We'll let you guys know. We'll have like a public meetup, I'm sure, at some point. Dun, 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 dun. You heard 1.144 Quantower will have an account dashboard plugin to show all accounts. I have Apex, Topstep, and my funded futures. But I don't know what you mean there, Zach. What would be? I don't know what would be the point of that. Do you not pay for the advanced features right now in order to trade all at one time? What up, Lost Pennies? Jay used to play baseball at the park behind my house. So Dope used to watch Jay when he was a little kid. When he's like a little 10-year-old. You're in the back with binoculars, scoping out Jay. Little bitty, little 0 Day Jay playing baseball, 10-year-old. I'm kidding. I know Jay didn't move there, but a few years ago. Tactical reviews. No, I don't think Patrick's going. If you hit 500K by payouts, then you'll go. Let's go, Yoji. You don't need that much. You made 500, Lewis. Let's go. No, I'm not going to the Tradeify meetup, R. Crawford. Just not a good time for me to be traveling, so. New platform, it cannot work for my scalping. It cannot adjust to the time frames. I don't know. What's the new platform on Topstep? Men's League. Yeah, I know, Dope. I'm just kidding. The copy trader, instead of seeing one account at a time, you will have a section to show all accounts. So like the P&Ls and all that, I guess that's what you mean? Yeah, Lost Pennies. I've never really used it, so I don't know. I have used it before. Yeah, with Quantower, I just keep my stuff up like this. Now, I don't see the P&Ls. Obviously, they're individual. But, you know, I keep working order tab, a positions tab, and the copy trader tab. All open at one time. That's how I do it. And I do, you know, you can copy across multiple accounts using the advanced features. That's what I do mostly, but, you know, right now I've only got the one connection on. But you get what I know. You get what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. It's going to give you the option to see them all at one time, like the P&Ls and stuff. That's not bad. It's not bad. Now, would it make sense? Does it make any sense for us to come back to this wick? If we're truly bullish. Does it make any sense to come back to this wick? To me, no. And I'm going to tell you why. This is now a wick inside a fair value gap. That, in fact, created a swing. Okay? So stay with me here. So this is now a swing, right? Inside a fair value gap. A wick inside a fair value gap. Before we come back to this wick, we need to make a new high. So until this makes a new high, this wick, that's a bad arrow, is protected. Now that does not mean that we cannot take it out, but this now is a protected low. So let's just mark that out as a protected low. So it doesn't mean price can't go to that spot. It just simply means that it's going to be a little more difficult for price to get past this spot. So it's not a good target any longer. It's no longer a good target if you're looking for a short, in my opinion, because that's a protected low, and it's really not easy to get back to that low until we make a new high. You trade the parent account APEX since I have level 2. Okay, yeah, I think I did read that. You're going to try to take profit. I love take profit, lost pennies. Remember, code MM. Support your boy. Support your boy. Patrick's talking shit because I guess they're trading a practice account on the Topstep TV right now. There's a 5-minute reverse harami. There is. But it doesn't make it to the low. That would only... And here's the thing, like, if you are short and you're thinking of targeting this, now can it hit this low? Yeah, it can hit this low. Does it make sense for it to hit the low? It really doesn't before it makes a new high. Now, but, you know, the market can do anything it wants. But 50% of that wick is 206. So maybe it sweeps, you know, down to there, and then we kind of head back up. I'm just saying this is not a good short target any longer because this is now a protected low. And if we do break this, then that's pretty bearish, right? It's pretty bearish. Guten Punkt. Trade day, take profit. They look pretty good. I had applied for my style of trading. I am a scalper. I trade my personal account most of the time, but want to go back to the proper prop firms. What does the range days? What does the range days? I mean, I would go take profit trader over trade day because take profit trader no activation fee. It's a little cheaper, and you have 5 accounts versus 3. So 50% on the 15-minute candle wick like that one gets. Yes, exactly, Nate. And we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. This line right here is not really relevant any longer. 222 is your previous day high, so I still got that marked out. You're going to use the code M&M. Hey, melts in your mouth. Not M&M, MM, with no and. The end of day drawdown, I believe, stays in the second stage. Yes. Yeah, exactly, caveman. I like trade day. I just would put take profit trader, give them a slight edge. The intraday trailing in the funded account is stupid. It really is. It's so stupid. But not much we can do about that, right? So that reverse harami take profit is at basically right where we're at, 213.75. Little inside bar there on the 5-minute that is paying. Take a peek at Topstep, see what they're doing. All right. We're not going to blow up. Not going to do it. We won't be taking any more trades unless it's obvious right here. We got to find a spot that's obvious and we'll take it. But Probably not with 5 minis. We'll just go 1. Got to protect a little bit of the profits. Yeah, I just don't think this is a great target now. But that being said, what is resting below this wick? A lot of stops. You do have a lot of stops down there. We are still in the macro here. We got 904. Got a new 5-minute candle printing in 24 seconds. Let's kind of see what that does. See if we go bullish engulfing here on this next 5-minute candle. Feel like that's probably what's going to happen here. I think we're just going to rip higher here. Yes, holding the 6104 there, strong. I think a reclaim of the 222 here is a good spot to maybe stab long. Like right here. Get a bullish close here. Very small 1-minute gap here. Yeah, it's too small. So you kind of see what I mean there. If you see what I'm saying, like that's just not a great target. How does the forbidden custard taste? Is Knob here? I don't even know if design is here. What is the forbidden custard? Is that like, is that covert for butt stuff? Oh. Some sort of covert saying for Dale for butt stuff for sure. It's definitely what that is. Boy juice. Oh. Holy cow, Stock Tiger's 19 micros deep over there. Long. I think this is a way better long now than what he took earlier. Way better. I like this a lot better. 2-minute might be the cleaner. Let me see. Is 2-minute cleaner here? Yeah, 2 minutes a little cleaner. Probably we may have to go to the 3-minute. No, 3 minutes not really. You can go anyway. I guess you can go either way here. So that pullback right there, we hit the 50% mark. So of this internal, just this little leg here. Man milk. First rule of Custer Club is you don't talk about Custer Club. NQ moving slowly. Low-key want to sell, but I ain't getting anything on the 5-minute. I would not sell, Lewis. I am 100% bullish. I think we're going up. But I could be wrong. The only way I would expect us to maybe go down is, like I said, we got to kind of lose. I drew it earlier. I mean, we really have to lose this area. And we just keep holding it. And I think we're going to 323. Like, I think this is where we're going. All right, let's see here. This looks like a good spot to go with a Tom Sabo guarantee. Or he drinks Dale's. I can't say it. You guys can read it. I can't say it. Oh, you cut your teeth with tops of 4 years ago. 2 years to be consistent. Oh, yeah, NLT, I don't know. I think it's going to 323. We may not get there tonight. Coper, we're short on gold again. Man, Dale, you're offering up the man milk? Oh, man, goodness. This is what we talked about, Cobra, though. Like a pullback here, maybe like a retest of this level to continue higher. So you might get a pullback here, but man, this is looking pretty strong. Looking pretty strong there. Pretty strong. I don't know, Timbo. I don't know what you're talking about, Timbo. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just here. So we talked about the 5-minute being bullish engulfing right there after this pullback. Is exactly what it did. Nice bullish engulfing. Again, this is a protected low. Sitting inside a fair value gap right there on the 5-minute chart. Making it a protected low, so. New 5-minute candle here. Somebody better check on Sabo. Let's go. Out green Copra. I like it. You don't use TradingView. Trader Mad? What is that? Zatch, my setting for VWAP sometimes are off during this time of night. But I'm just using the VWAP number 3 on Quantower, the basic one. And sometimes it's off this time of night. Where's your VWAP? I think NQ and gold are inversely correlated. Sometimes, Luis, but like not always. So that's not something you can really... I don't hang my hat on that. That would be akin to like me using the dollar and saying, oh, the dollar's going down, NQ should go up. Sometimes. Maybe most of the time even, but not all the time. Now that is a way that you can pick out kind of... you can pick out price action that way, right? You can be like, okay, this is shitty price action. If NQ... If they're not inversed, you can maybe pick out like shitty price action that way. So we are kind of approaching this 1-minute trend line here. Now this is just to me high resistance liquidity, low resistance, whatever you want to call it. I think if we can get a strong close above here, you're going to see a nice run into the 55s. Dun, 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 dun. Moving different directions. Yeah, typically, Copra, but not always. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't even look at that, just because, you know, not always. I used to watch the dollar, and it would keep me out of trades, and the trades would work. You know what I mean? Gold in versus NQ just when it's too late and you're chasing it. Yeah, could be. All right, see if we get a nice little pop here. Pop through the 40 here, I think. We get above 50 strong. This thing's really going to go. There we go. That's what we want to see. ES approaching the high right now. So we want to see ES breach the high, 61.13s. And we want to see Nasdaq just push right through that 50 level. Huge rejection spot here. You're going to see a big candle above 55 if we can get through there. You're going to get a big push right above 55. Now, would I ever been stopped out if I was able to move my stop to break even and move my target to here, to the triple equal highs? No. I would never have been stopped out even on the pullback. You know, assuming I didn't take it off there, I probably would have. But my entry was great. Perfect entry. You know, it's the regular VWAP R. Crawford. You want to see a pop right through 50 here and go. That 55 pivot right there holding us down. You don't want to see an SMT here at the highs. You want to go. We don't want to see a double, triple top. Push right through there. If you're long. If you're not long, you're wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Took it off the 10 minutes time frame for 12 points. Let's go. Game over for Dale. Game over. Did have a little re-entry here. I didn't like it because it was only 3 points. Also, there was more than one gap on this leg. So, like, even if you move to the 2-minute chart, there really was no entry here as far as an inversion goes. The only thing you could have entered off of is maybe the fib of this leg, 50%. I was thinking maybe we hit the 50% of the wick, but it didn't want to do it. It's too bullish. Dell's everywhere, caveman, everywhere. Yeah, Luis, I'm telling you, man, it just doesn't make sense to sell here. It really doesn't. 12 points, 5 contracts alongside a beautiful run on the 5 minutes. Let's go. You just passed your prop firm challenge. Let's go, Reyes. Nice job. You the man. ES clears this 112, man. I'm telling you, we're off to the races here. Rejecting the 50, which is kind of what you expect. Now you really want to see price hold above 240. Don't want it to trade back into this range. Needs to run all this LR here. Really needs to run it all. The high is pretty much right at that pivot. Call me Thanos. I am inevitable. It's like 1 minute. Yeah, this is the 1 minute. NLT, I outlined it earlier. So like right now, if you're not already long, you're too late. If you're not already long, you're too late. We literally outlined this earlier. We marked out this wick here, and we said we want to see a trap below this wick, right? Because price kind of tested this. It tested this once, twice, 3 times, and then the 4th time I didn't expect it to hold. So I wanted to see a trap, a liquidity sweep, right? A little grab. So it traps below that wick. I got long off that right there. You can see my entry. The trap below, I get long. 5 minis for 5 points. I was trying to target higher. We also, at the same time, had triple equal highs right there at the exact same time. So you had a good draw higher, sweep of liquidity. So this would be my spot that I'm looking for that long. Since it took me out of all 5 of my minis, I'm no longer in the trade. And at this point, there's not really an opportunity for me to get back into the trade that makes sense without chasing. So right now, I'm sitting it out. Unless there's something else that makes sense. And right now there's just not. To me, not good enough for me to jump in. So, first trade on the Asia market, not bad. Took 55 trades on the Nasdaq. I had 7 losses. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's excellent. I take that all day long. Yeah, 48 wins out of 55. That's excellent. So here we go. We said we want to hold that 40 level. What did it do? Pulled back directly to the 40, tested it to the tick. Couple of points below, but in general, that's right where we were talking at. 38.25, and now it's ripping. What is the white line? Why does VWAP start in the middle of the charts? I have no idea, Crawford. I don't know why it starts in the middle of the chart. The white line is the 50 EMA. The red line is the 21 EMA. The blue line is the 9. And I don't know why VWAP started right there. I have no idea. You got in long for the order block. 238 and stopped at the bottom of the red wick. 238. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I don't hate it. You just chased an out with $50, calling it here. All right, Coper. Appreciate you. TP looking at 274. I think it goes much higher. The VWAP. It won't fix it, Zach. It won't fix it, I'm telling you. I can change it to... I mean, it's on the daily. But for some reason, it just does that. Doesn't matter which one I use. It's, you know, like this. If I turn this one on, it's lower. I guess these two are about the same spot. But I don't know. I just leave it on there. I don't really pay it that much attention during this time of night anyway. Yours starts at 6 p.m. Yeah, it should be. Long from 203. Awesome, AJ. That's a great entry. I love it. It's okay, Zach. It's not that big a deal to me. It's okay. Not all that important right now. It's always been like that. I want to see a pop above 255. If we can get above 255 here, this thing is going to just... I think it's going to just explode higher. The $1 million question is, could I get 60 points in total, taking 12 points on each trade? Maybe. I don't see why not. What did I take? 3 trades? I think I took 3 trades. 2 for 5 points, 1 for 10. The 2 5-pointers were 5 minis. Put the session template on the VWAP you are using. CME indexes full day. AJ 304. Yeah, I mean it's a great target. I personally, I think 295 is the first up, and then we got the Tom Sabo guarantee up there at 323.75. And guys, the Tom Sabo guarantee does not fail. All right. So I know that Dale's going to be extremely disappointed. Extremely disappointed. I put it to 2 days and it was way down there. I don't know. It's not that big a deal. It's fine during New York, but during the overnights, it does kind of do stupid stuff. That's what you walked into, Timbo. That's what you walked into right there. I should screenshot that and send it over to Tom Sabo. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. He is kind of rejecting at that 113 level. It's not really what you wanted to see. You wanted to see it kind of just push right through there. It's really not doing it. You don't need the V. You call it the sucker's line. Yeah, I know. I like the VWAP during New York. I mean, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not taking a trade like at the VWAP. I'm not like using it for entries, but I do use it just as like, okay, do I really want to short directly into the VWAP? Probably not. Do I really want to long directly into the VWAP? Probably not. You know, that's what I use it for. I'm not using it for entries and exits or anything like that. So we do have an inside bar here on the 5-minute to the downside. Did just break as well. That means that we're going to have to break back above 250 for that to kind of be out of the picture there. Use it to filter traders. Trades you would take. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's the way to use it. I mean, you can sometimes look in hindsight and say, like, oh, man, that bounced off the VWAP. You know, like, no, I will use the 50 EMA. I use the 50 EMA here. That trade right there was off the 50. So you can see here, we opened up. We pushed straight up. The 50 never gets touched. Never gets touched. So that first touch of the 50 EMA is nice. So I took it right here for 5 points. With 5 minis, I think. Yeah, I got stopped on the runner. You can see there, I tried to leave a runner on. Got stopped on it. But that first touch of the 50 is pretty nice. I took a 50 EMA touch during the New York. Let's look at it. We took it this morning during the New York. This was actually my funded trade right here. This was my funded trade right here today. Right there. I longed off the 50. So I longed here at 976, and I only took 5 points with 2 minis. But I'm usually looking for 10 points, and it gave about 14 or 15 points, 13 points. So, but that was my funded trade today. I didn't really have a clean inverse. The only inverse that I had was this, and the stop loss was too big for me to be able to take that. But yeah, that was my funded trade today. And not only that, I did call out the short. I was short up here, no, over here somewhere. And I was like, you know, and you can see that ended up being like the high of the day. Well, not the high of the day, but it paid huge. I didn't hold it. We never do. But yeah, that was my funded trade today during New York. Cross 7 accounts. You need to go make yourself a cup of tea. Don't blow up without me. He's the bomb expert. He's going to diffuse everything. Don't do it. My idea is I want to get 5 take private trader 150Ks funded. I want to copy trade all of those and take the 15-second orb with those. I'm going to go 10 minis, 4 points. Let's see how it goes. Try to go $800 a day. Shoot for 350. Could happen. Fideas website. Let me see if I can get in there. Do I have a Fideas account? I think I might. No, I don't have it. But yeah, no, it's not. I can't. I can't get in there. I would have to sign up. I can see the actual website. Oh, me, guys. Stock Tiger's taking a long here. I don't hate it, but I think the 40 would have been a better entry. It's only 4 or 5 points above that, though. I don't know, I just think the long was down here, and I think if you're longing up here, you're just, you know, it might work. Probably works, but the long entry was definitely down here. I do think if we get above 250 here, though, you get a decent... We'll push the high above 250. I do think that. At least. We'll push the 255. If we get momentum above 255, this thing really could start ripping. But you really got to get some momentum through here. Your log isn't being recognized. Oof. We'll see, Yoji. Probably just them going through the activation process or something. I'm sure you're fine. I know of quite a few people that gotten payouts from Fideas. Tom Sabo has gotten payouts from Fideas. And if Tom can do it, anyone can do it. Right? That damn Tom Sabo. Tom's asleep. Should we wake him up? It's about 3 a.m. Yeah, about 3 a.m. where he's at. Should we wake him up? Should we just start calling his number repeatedly? Star 69 and no, star 67 or whatever it is to block your number so he doesn't know it's me. And just start blowing him up. Yeah, he's from Hungary. He's Hungarian. His name is Tom Sabo. He is no, he's not a fraud. Tom is legit. He loves the Weevop. Tom and I are friends. I like Tom a lot. I like Tom a lot. One of the nicest guys you'll meet. He does drive a BMW, though. So take that for what it's worth. He does drive a BMW. Also waiting on Apex response to help ticket concerning payout request last week. Yeah. No, I'm just picking on him, Dale. I'm just picking on him. Yeah, I like Tom. Yeah, Tom's a funny guy. Dale, Tom has a picture of me. Well, actually, Tom's fiance has a picture of me hanging up in the bedroom, if that tells you anything. She has a picture of me hanging up in the bedroom. I'm serious. She does. Let me find it. I'm going to show you. I can show you. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let's see if I can find it. I could probably find it just as fast just going to his YouTube, though. Yeah, she had it in the trunk of the car, and Tom found it, and then she decided to just go live with it and hang it up in the house. I gotta scroll all the way back to October. For me and Tom. All the way back to October. I think that if I'm not mistaken, it was shared in DMs, but I'm not 100% sure. Stop loss at 210, good. Yeah, I mean, it seems reasonable. Where is it? I may have to find it on YouTube. Yeah, it's not in the DMs. We can find it on YouTube. It all went down in the DMs? Nah. What up, Discipline Trader? It went down in a video. I'm going to have to find it now. Videos. All right, let's see here. Tom doesn't make all that many videos, so. All right, here we go. All right, this is their kitchen, guys. Look. What do you see in the background right there? There I am. The best trader. I'm hanging up right there in his house, I'm telling you. I wasn't lying, see? That's me. His wife wants to look at me while she cooks. Or his fiance. Oh. Told you guys. There's the pictures. There's the proof. I'm hanging up in his apartment. He was making a whatever there, a pumpkin. He had his feet up on the table. He's wiping the sweat from his brow. He's doing it all. Doing it all. I didn't mean to make it that big. But yeah, guys, there's proof. I'm hanging up inside. There it is. Perfect.
Who is really, means something to me. So, guess who it is? I don't know. But anyway.
Tom said that I'm his idol.
So happy.
Let's go back so you can hear.
Who is really, means something to me. So, I know, everybody has an idol, and I always say I like to form my pumpkins from someone who is really, means something to me.
So he's trying to say that he formed the pumpkin after me, and that I mean something. You heard him. I'm his idol. I'm his idol. There you have it. I'm his idol. There's a video of Tom getting in a pumpkin. No wonder he doesn't trade on My Fun and Futures TV. You don't trust people with BMWs, smart cars. Could you guys hear that? I turned on the audio for a second. I don't know if you could hear it or not. Could y'all hear that? Maybe I turned on the wrong one. Seems smart. I got a smart car, but I wouldn't trust me if I come. Yeah, I don't know. Man. I don't know. Smart cars are they're kind of nifty. I don't know that I drive one, but they are kind of interesting. I don't know if y'all could hear that or not. I meant for you to hear it. 50% of the times you got a Ferrari smart car. I got a McLaren smart car. You could park anywhere in the city, in any space. Let's go. You guys want to help me do something? Let's mess with my daughter. Here's my daughter's YouTube channel. She's live right now. Jump over there into her channel, subscribe, and then say, Methodical Man sent me. She's streaming right now. Frag Punk. I don't know what that is. Tom has a girlfriend. You can put her in the trunk of the car to go on dates. That sounds like a kidnap. Yeah. Jump over there and give her a like. Give her a subscribe and say, Methodical sent me. Timbo said get a lemonade. Get me a lemonade. I need a lemonade. Is Tom carrying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she plays this game. I don't even know what it is. I have no clue. I watch her stream sometimes. I can't watch a lot of it because, yeah, that's the oldest Dale. She's 21. Wait. 22. I have to add. Yeah, she's 22. She lives by herself. Yeah, she's been streaming for probably 5 years. Since she was like 16 or 17, maybe 6 years. She has a bigger following on Twitch than she does on YouTube, but I told her she needs to diversify, so she's been streaming on Twitch or YouTube more recently. Your oldest is 25? 0.25? That's young. Your favorite car in New York City is this. You said that. Anyone want to race me from Brooklyn straight to Fifth Avenue? Goodness. I can't do that. Anybody play video games like this? I don't really play these kind of games. Neo's longing. Kind of late to the game, Neo, but I mean, I think it works. I mean, if we get above 50 here, I expect to see a decent candle. Yeah, it's got to break that 6112 too. So, anyways, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. If you guys want to support me, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. If you want to use my codes, that'd be awesome. And, oh, you got in earlier. Nice. But we'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. You guys can hang out over there with my daughter if you want to. Her name's Summer. And we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you guys watching.